Today's episode is brought to you by Dewey, Burnham, and Hal. By chance, have you ever been dealt with a plague of frogs or locusts? Have you ever had boils or anything like that? Don't worry.
Why all the time?
Yeah, right? Well,
it's half my week just having to trudge through those frogs.
I know.
Ugh.
And I got my crops up, and then just the locust swarms come in. I've been cursed. And my wife
Oh,
is
and
possessed
those
with the devil.
and all that blood just everywhere.
Right.
It's hard to get those stains out when you want to look professional.
Right.
I need help.
Well, luckily, there is the law office of Dewey, Burnham, and Hal. It is a law office that specializes in witch curses, witch-related incidents, and other such problems that may come. They will represent you to sue that witch into poverty and to learn a way to correct mortal souls regardless if they own them or not. Law offices of Dewey, Burnham, and Hal.
So, question: does Dewey, Burnham, and Hell protect me from any further witch curses as a result of that court proceeding?
Yes, they do. Not only do that, they have forms ready, and they know quite a few people to be able to put in restraining orders, anti-curse orders, or anything along that lines.
Gasp! I'll call them right now.
We're also brought to you by...
Are you tired of not having enough material possessions in your life? From the makers of stuff. Things! Things are new and improved and fit perfectly next to your stuff. Things can clutter up your space. Things can be eaten or thrown away or kept. With Things, the possibilities are limitless. Buy yours today. Also, try other stuff and witch things. Find them at where things and stuff are sold worldwide. That's Things from the makers of stuff.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast. My name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
And you're listening to Geekus Speakus.
That's right, we have a name now.
Ooh. It took us 2 episodes.
I know. Well, background stuff took a little while between these 2 episodes. But yeah, between that, we managed to come up with a name.
Yes.
Yeah. That wasn't taken already.
Oh, man, everything was taken.
Everything. So, yeah, we are Geekus Speakus.
Well, in today's episode, we, of course, we'll be talking about trailers. Our first segment will be trailer talk. I swear it's not us flinging insults at each other. It's just us talking about...
Oh, it's not?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe future
Well,
episodes.
I mean, I don't look good in a wife beater, so I mean...
To be fair, nobody looks good in a wife beater. It's called a wife beater.
Yeah, you have a point there. So, we got a couple trailers. So, do you want to start us off on this one?
Sure. Let's go with... Let's do like we did last week and start with Marvel.
Okay.
This last week, Defenders came out for the trailer.
Oh, yes.
And that looked awesome. Oh, man.
Once again, Iron Fist seems to be the weakest one. But to be fair, Iron Fist is not even a great... he's kind of boring in the comics, too.
Yeah.
The best part about him is his banter with Luke Cage. Though the Immortal Weapon series was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I just say, like, a lot of people were saying Iron Fist was garbage, but honestly, I was like, it's okay. It's kind of like if you had it's kind of like if you had a college roommate who got really into Tai Chi. That's what the guy felt like.
Yeah, it was okay. My issue with Iron Fist was it could have used more wuxia kung fu stuff.
Yeah, it really could, because he could do some really awesome stuff in the comic book series. And they kind of focused on the whole trying to get back into his company for the most of the series. And
Yeah, that happened way too fast.
Yeah, they really could have made that in one season, and then they gave him the Hand as the villain, which is weird because it's more of
I hate the Hand.
the overrated group. I mean,
and this looks like there's gonna be more Hand with the Defenders, and I'm sorry, I don't care about the Hand. Just I don't care about them. Ooh, they're a bunch of ninjas.
Ooh.
Whatever.
Isn't the Ham mostly an Electra villain though?
They're an entire group, and multiple people have faced them. But Elektra's been part of them, fought them, been part of them, controlled them. There was that one time Daredevil was in control of them. There was that one time Kingpin was in control of them. There was that one time they got control of Wolverine.
So
It's just
it's basically Marvel's version of the League of Assassins.
kinda. I think the League of Assassins are more competent.
Oh wow, that's
I just don't really care for the magic ninjas. The thing with League of Assassins is the League of Assassins has more character.
right.
Like, because you have Ra's al Ghul and Talia and all those people, so that actually have characters that speak and have faces.
Yeah, it is bad, and for this one because they're trying to act all anonymous. But I mean, who is the villain of that series? At least for Iron Fist, I haven't been able to finish all the way through because I've been busy. But it was just like the old lady was the villain, which is
Yeah.
weird.
For about 3/4 of it. That's all I'm going to say, because you haven't seen it, and I at least care about my co-host's spoilers, but the rest of you guys can go watch it.
it was all right as far as series go. It wasn't anything spectacular.
Yeah, no, that's how I felt too. I'm hoping Defenders will be good, because Luke Cage is awesome,
Yeah.
and the Netflix ones have been pretty cool. So, I guess if we're going to stay in comic books, Wonder Woman. Have you seen that trailer?
Yeah, and I actually think this might be the movie to save the DC movie series.
Oh God, I hope so.
I mean, well, because the last couple ones were pretty bad, and this
Yeah.
one, like, I don't know Wonder Woman well. I just know the general backgrounds. Amazonian, born of Zeus, who found a guy or a man, crash landed on their beach, and that was the first time she ever saw a man. And then I guess they're having her fight in World War II in the movie, so they're kind of doing like a Captain America sort of thing. The first one.
Yeah.
And
Which, and you know what sucks? I really hope Wonder Woman does well, because she's probably going to have to do twice as well, because it's a female-led superhero movie, and that's... there's going to be people who are going to hate on it just because it's a woman superhero.
yeah, well, there's always going to be that, a hole on Twitter or Reddit or Facebook complaining because the lead is a female character saying it's PC for some reason, even though the character is older than they are.
Yeah, I know. But trailer looks good so far, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, without Zack Snyder helming it, it'll actually be good.
Yeah. Hopefully without Zack Snyder.
Because hopefully that'll help, because he has not been doing very good at the superhero-ing. Keeping on comics, there's the Kingsman 2 trailer, which I don't think we talked about last time.
Okay, I have a thing for a new segment, Fuck You, Fight Me, later in the show, but currently I would say I'm looking forward to the movie. Have you seen the first one?
I haven't had a chance to see the first one, but I should. I'm gonna try to do that this weekend. Speaking of that one, I love The Statesman, the American version of the Kingsman. Plus Jeff Bridges. I love Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Like, he is in one of my favorite movies, The Big Lebowski.
Right.
Which, if you haven't seen that, go see that. Why aren't you watching it? Why are you listening to us? Go watch The Big Lebowski. We'll be here. You can come back and listen to us later.
All right. Pause
Just
it.
come back and listen to us.
Yeah. Pause us and go back. Just watch it.
So let's give them a couple minutes. All right. Hey, you're back. Did you like that movie?
Welcome
I
back.
mean, it was a great movie, right?
Yeah.
Ah, it's such a great movie. All right, but yeah, no, that one looks pretty cool. I don't know anything about. I just kind of know it's supposed to be like a James Bond-esque movie. I should really. I wanted to see the first one, just never got around to it. Same thing with John Wick. I need to watch the John Wick movies too. Let's see, what else do we got?
Well,
We're gonna keep.
I would say there's a movie you were excited about, Dunkirk.
Oh yeah, Dunkirk, the new Chris Nolan movie. It's actually based on one of my favorite events from World War II.
I have a problem is because in the same way that Hollywood can't get away from reboots and remakes, they can't step away from World War II stories. I mean, there
Well,
are a
that's
lot.
because there's a bajillion of them.
Yeah, and like there are some good stories out there. For many years, people didn't know about the war in the Pacific area. A lot of people just thought it was Normandy in Europe, but there was a whole war going on with Japan during World War II,
Oh yeah.
and they made a whole movie about it.
This one, yeah, it actually was it Sons of Our Fathers and that other one, the Clint Eastwood ones that were basically the same movie in two different parts that were really good. But Dunkirk is actually about one of my favorite events in World War II, where a bunch of British civilians sent their boats out to get past the German line to rescue a bunch of the British soldiers, and doing so actually like helped improve morale a ton, and were able to fight off the British, not the British, the German blitz on London, more or less.
Yeah,
I'm really, really just kind of
generalizing it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, like I said, it's probably getting over dramatized too. Like, did you ever see Fargo by chance? The Ben Affleck movie.
Oh yeah.
It was exaggerated. In fact, the actual story of Fargo, Canada did most of the rescuing, but they made it look like
Oh, Argo.
Argo. Yeah, Argo.
Argo is the movie that takes place in I want to say Minnesota or
It
Wisconsin.
was Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, that's right. It's North
Whoops.
Dakota. But she talks with that Minnesota accent, and it's a guy who sticks Steve Buscemi into a wood chipper. If I remember correctly, it's been forever since I've seen that movie. But yeah, Argo,
Argo.
with John Goodman and Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Argo, fuck yourself. But yeah, the real event had a lot more to do with the Canadians, and it's kind of sad that they cut a lot of the Canadians out of that movie. But it was still a good movie.
Yeah, it was a solid movie. I generally don't sit at the edge of my seat, but as I was watching, it, I was literally sitting at the edge of my seat, going, "What's going to happen next? What's going to
Yeah.
happen?" But that's what it feels like to me. It's probably going to be an exaggerated historical piece, because Hollywood loves to do that. They love to
Oh,
take
of course.
like historical events and then make it 20 times worse than it actually was. I'm not saying these guys didn't fight bravely, and it was a very serious situation, but they probably made it seem worse than it was.
Yeah, there's probably not a kid who's going to be quoting Churchill before Churchill actually goes out and does that speech, or was it the King? But that's probably never. That probably really didn't happen. That's probably dramatization. Was it Churchill or was it the King? No, I think it's Churchill. We'll fight.
Churchill.
We'll fight in this. We'll fight in that. We'll give them a good fight. Fight, 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 fight. That's how it went, right?
Yeah. Just Churchill yelling out, "Fight. Fight, 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 fight." Well, let's see.
Reminds me of the great speech from FDR of, "We have nothing to fear but cantaloupes. Nazis and cantaloupes. God, I hate cantaloupes."
You know the devil.
That's how that speech went, right?
I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know my history. All right. And then that Simon Pegg one with the Monty Python guys that you showed me. What was the name of that? Absolutely anything.
That's it. Absolutely anything. It looked funny. It really did.
It looks pretty fun.
It came out. Today would be May 12th. When it came out here in the U.S. Apparently, it actually originally came out in 2015. And it was
What?
Yeah, we're just now getting it.
Oh shit!
In fact,
I was curious about that because Terry Jones is really suffering from dementia, like or Alzheimer's or something, or it's actually starting to bother him. So I was curious about how they're recording that with him, with that fact. But now hearing that they made it in 2015, that kind of answers that question because I think he was still coherent.
Well, there's that, and it has Robin Williams playing the dog.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was like, why is this just getting here now? Got all these great comedians and actors, and they're just now bringing in.
That's dumb.
Why have we not received this?
Were we bad? Did we do bad things?
We're sorry, England. Or Mighty Pythons. Whoever has control over that.
Alright, let's see. I think that's it for trailer talk. So, speaking of trailers and movies, I saw Guardians last weekend. Did you see Guardians last weekend?
I did see Guardians of the Galaxy last weekend.
Oh shit, I forgot about one. Let's go back this up just a bit.
All right.
Blade Runner 2049.
Right.
Yeah.
How is Harrison Ford still getting work?
Because he's a great actor, never doubt him.
But the dude's like 73 and Crash is playing what seems like a nearly yearly basis.
He'll keep going until he's dead. And then we'll string him up like a puppet and continue making him act.
Is that what they have planned for Indiana Jones 5 when it comes out in 2020? It's like,
that's what I have planned.
Oh god. As far as the movie goes, it looks solid. They continue with the plot revolving around using clones.
The replicants, the androids, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that in this case it was they got Jake Gyllenhaal to play the lead, right?
Yep. No, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, that's right.
You're thinking of Looper.
Right. So they got Ryan Gosling to play the main character, and I think in the trailer they're trying to implicate that he may also be a replicant. Towards the end,
yeah,
he has that like shocked look on his face.
Well, that's the thing. In the original one, it was supposed to be kind of up in the air if Harrison Ford's character was a replicant or not.
So they're trying to continue that theme, basically.
Yeah, and I think this might actually answer, which might not be a good thing, but whatever. If it happens, it happens. I hope. I don't think he's a replicant, in my opinion. I think he's a person. They're just fucking with him.
Ford?
Yeah, Harrison Ford's character.
Oh,
I don't think Harrison Ford's character is a replicant.
I'm probably gonna end up seeing it. I didn't get huge into the first.
Oh, I love the first one. It actually has one of my favorite monologues.
I will probably rewatch it right when that movie comes out, just so that I have a point of reference. And it's been a couple years. Maybe I'll like it this time.
Yeah, I saw it not too long ago. But it's still a great like noir movie. But oh man, the Tears in the Rain line is just great. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Tack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All these moments will be lost in time, like tears in the rain. Time to die. Fucking, that's great. Oh, it's a soliloquy, not a monologue, but whatever. I forget the difference between that shit.
Oh, I'm sure there's somebody who's complaining about the difference somewhere. Listen.
Well, the difference is blah 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 blah.
Or to complain on Twitter.
All right, so let's go back to the future and Guardians. Did you get to see it?
I did get to see it.
What did you think?
How to put this? The first.
He's motherfucking Mary Poppins.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. I really liked it. Without giving too much in the way.
I did too.
Without getting too much in the way of spoiler alerts, I like how they gave Yondu his original fin.
Oh, that was great. The actual tall fin.
Yeah.
Yondu was great in this one. I really liked Rocket in this one.
Yeah.
I found Drax a little annoying.
Yeah, but so was Mantis in some ways. Like the interaction between those two was kind of forced.
It felt like it, but they're both like people who can't talk normal to people, so whatever. Kurt Russell's great as always. Yondu was great. Chris Pratt as Star Lord, entertaining.
Yeah.
Lot of cameos. Like, guys, I don't know why people still need to be told this, but it's a Marvel movie. Stay through the credits. Just stay.
Yeah.
All right. There was like 5 stingers.
Well, I had to say this. If I had just a few complaints about it, slight spoiler alert, minor spoiler alert, is that they brought in Sylvester Stallone for no real reason.
Oh, no. There is a reason.
Are they building up to something later, or?
Those guys, his team at the end, this is getting into spoiler territory, but whatever, I don't care about you guys and your complaints about spoilers. This is a very minor part of the movie, has nothing to do with the plot, and if you're complaining about spoilers now, you've got bigger problems. No, that team is the original Guardians of the 1969 version of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they're missing Yondu, who was originally part of the original Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
he was supposed to be part of them, but he's dead now. Shit, that actually is a big spoiler.
Spoiler.
Hey, go ahead and bleep that. But yeah, no, it's the original Guardians team, so I want to see where this is going to go in the next in Guardians Volume 3.
So what do you think? That
They're setting up...
Go ahead.
No, you're saying something.
I was saying, do you think they might do like an offshoot series, or maybe bring them into the 3rd volume?
Oh yeah, no, they're totally going to bring them into the 3rd volume.
The original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which technically, in timeline, are in the future, but in our comic history, showed up first.
Yeah.
So technically they're the second Guardians, but yeah, no, they do the Marvel thing where they take a big name movie star, put him into a guest role, and then hopefully he'll stick around for Volume 3, and we'll get the OG Guardians and the current and the modern Guardians together fight. And, they're all going to be fighting under the banner of what's-his-face.
Oh, I had to laugh, though, because they brought in David Hoff. Now, I didn't say Hasselhoff because his legal name is David Hoff. Do you know why he changed his name to David Hoff?
Why did he change his name to David Hoff?
He wanted to remove the hassle. I'm not even joking about this. This was his legitimate reason for changing his name last year. He changed it to David Hoff to remove the hassle.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm fine believing.
But no, the movie was great. Without giving too many spoilers, is enjoyable, and in my opinion, was more enjoyable than the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I got burnt down on the first one kind of quick.
The first one was okay, but as the problem with a lot of first movies, and what's supposed to be a series, is that a lot of the coming together or origin stories of whatever superhero is going on feels a bit forced, a bit tacked on. I mean, they did well in the first one, but the movie was enough to keep me fully interested. I was more interested in the comics than I was into that movie. But this movie was solid, just good. There was even what was his name? Because they brought him in the end of the last Guardians movie, and like the end credits.
Oh,
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, yeah. Man, I want more Howard the Duck in the next one.
I want it, but do you remember the 1990s Howard the Duck?
Oh yeah. Oh, the Lucasfilm one, directed by George Lucas.
Yeah, where just duck puns, lots and lots of duck puns.
Yeah.
It should be like a lesson. What I feel like should be a lesson as to why that shouldn't be made. Kind of like Fantastic Four. Because there have been so many bad Fantastic Fours.
Fantastic Four shouldn't be a movie. I'm going to say that right now. Stop trying to make it a movie. What you need to do is make it into a TV show. Yeah. Have it fit on Fox, ABC, whoever has the rights. If Disney gets the rights again, ABC, if Fox still has them, put it on your Fox channel. But have it as a slice of life, kind of serious sitcom based on the family dynamic that has like an overarching story through the season, but have it like a slice of like each episode they're fighting a different monster or they're in a different location and they're globe hopping, they're doing their adventuring. Because that was the big thing with the Fantastic Four comics, was they were adventurers. They would go off to weird lands, and it'd be a great way for the Marvel people to set up their worlds. Like, oh, where are the Fantastic Four going this week? Oh, they're in the Savage Land. Oh, now they're on the moon. Oh, now they're here. Now they're there. And like over the season, they're fighting different monsters. And the end of the first season, they fight Doctor Doom. Maybe a couple seasons down the line, Sue gets pregnant, and you get Valeria Richards. You get a Galactus season, but it doesn't work as a movie because you don't get enough focus on the family dynamic that makes the Fantastic Four work.
No, agreed. I agree with you. It's like the 2015 version was just terrible. The last trilogy that they brought out, like the first one was watchable, not great. And they had this like straight to VHS movie back in the 1990s.
Which actually is the best one of the movies, to be honest. If you actually watch it, it is the best one.
It's just, I mean, even for the 90s, it looks so cheesy.
It does look cheesy, but like it's the one that feels the most like the Fantastic Four.
Alright, fair enough. You know what I would like to see is they brought in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they brought in the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Because they're already talking about, what was her name? She was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. both in the show and the comics. And she's a doctor and uses like electrified batons. So it's like Mockingbird, I think they called her.
Oh yeah, Mockingbird in the she has like she's like Black Canary, Marvel's version of Black Canary.
Yeah, and they're already talking about doing a spinoff because the character Bobby left Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of plot issues. So they were talking about doing a spinoff with her and her husband from the show. I was like, I would like to see a Robert Reyes spinoff with Ghost Rider killing people in a '69 Chevy Charger. That would be pretty badass.
That would be, but I feel the character wouldn't quite. He would need somebody to do stuff with. But if you do one that's just the supernatural ones, that'd be cool. Have like Ghost Rider and I don't know, Brother Voodoo and a couple other like supernaturally ones.
Well, they can bring in, if they wanted to, they can bring in, for the first season or two, both Ghost Riders. No, you got...
Johnny Blaze and Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes, like, do a mentor...
and that third guy that everyone forgets, and they often mistake for Johnny Blaze, so he's more or less just become Johnny Blaze again.
Yeah. And they could just kind of do a mentor thing, like kind of like in Flash, how Reverse Flash trained Barry Allen for a while. They can do kind of like that. Same power, so they tell him how to use it.
Yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go into a change in... Not quite as... I think it's because we're both tired. Sorry, guys. Energy's not quite all there. But, yeah, no, that was the movies in there. Guardians was good. Go see it. There's a couple movies coming up that look pretty interesting. So, let's go and refer to something from last time. You remember my fuck you fight me from last time towards Atlas Games? Looks like they may have heard, or probably not. That's probably the bajillion people. And they had a change of heart, but it's not quite as good as we want it to be.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they went ahead and pushed back their date. They heard the complaints about the streaming, so they pushed back the in-game date. What was the in-game date they pushed it back to? Was it November 19th?
Yeah, it was like November 19th from... July 7th to November 19th and remove the 90-minute restriction, but they have hardened their stance on they will pursue legal action if you do anything past that November date, which is still bullshit.
Well, like I said in the last episode, it's a solid game. I'm 76 hours into this game. I have not beaten it yet. And I'm kind of...
Are you at that November date yet?
I am at that November date. I have gotten past the somewhat convoluted way they plan to win. It is somewhat convoluted.
Well,
Without
let me know how much gameplay you get after that November date. I'm gonna hold my breath till then, because if there's still like a ton of game after that date, that's kind of bullshit.
yeah, it's I'm 75 hours in, but I also did a lot of side stuff. I will say there's one thing that I am looking forward to is they have a new game plus, which I'm new to the Persona series because this is new to me. But it allows you to keep all of your personas, your weapons, your cards, everything, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, you get to start the story from the beginning with all of that stuff, and the monsters stay at the same level. Now, for some people, there lacks a challenge. For me, is like I get to check out all the side stories, the stuff I didn't get to do because of the time
Yeah.
limits. So
So here's the problem with me. Like, I love it. I love it. My favorite persona in there is Carmen, and I love. Is it Amy who has Carmen?
it's Anna.
Anna. I love Anna. Anna's bae, and I love Carmen. I don't. I mean, Hecate, Hecate. The thing that Carmen turns into
Yeah,
is cool, but I think I prefer Carmen, so I would do everything in my power to prevent her from transforming, and thus limiting myself. Because it's like I want the other one.
well, I see your point. It did get cool. It get cool in the stats. Like the stats were great because I have it in my I have a heck that persona in my party. I also have
Hecate,
right.
or in Shakespeare, Hecate.
Well, the character they call him Skull, and he has a pirate starting off, and then evolves into actually it looks like Sun Wukong from the Journey of the West or book.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh, that can lead us into this. So, you know that giant robot thing with the Japan and America are gonna have their mechs fight?
this
China's entering it now.
that's right. Giant robot fight this August. It's gonna be awesome.
Do you know how happy this makes me? One of my biggest dreams is to have a giant robot. If this can become a thing, it's coming ever closer to my dream, and I will die happy if I can at least pilot a giant robot once in my life.
I, I'm telling you, one thing that needs to happen. One more country with their own giant robot needs to enter. That
Please
way,
be Russia, please be Russia,
yeah,
please be Russia, please be Russia.
battle royale.
Ah, so I'm loving that the Monkey King, the Chinese one, even has its pole.
Yeah,
It has the pillar, which is cool. Oh, that's so cool. And hopefully when that happens in August, it'll be a big success.
I am going Team America, by the way. I mean, the monkey one does look cool, but
I gotta represent America too. Let's see. Yeah, now I gotta represent my home turf. It's just I've got to.
let's do this. Kick some
Yeah.
kick some giant robot ass.
Let's see. What else do we got in news? I'm kind of checking through this stuff.
Well,
One.
Guardian of the Galaxy director confirmed a fan theory that Stan
Oh,
Lee is a watcher.
yeah. He's a watcher, or at least another powerful entity like that. That it's just like that makes sense. He's Actually, Stanley shouldn't be a watcher. Stanley should be more powerful than a watcher. Stanley is more or less the one above all.
Yeah, there was the character was like a combination of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko or
Yeah.
I do agree. It just I laughed when I heard about that because I read the theory previously. I was like, all right, it makes some sense because he's in every Marvel movie. I mean, I did think it was weird when in or Avengers 2, he got drunk off of that dwarven wine. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was great.
It's like, young man, I fought in World War II. Take a drink of Excelsior. It's being dragged off. Or like that hyperspeed jump. Slight spoiler alerts. In the latest Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Oh yeah, and then they get to him and he's sitting there. This is why I don't think he's a Watcher because he still needed a spacesuit.
Yeah,
But I do believe that he is like the one above all. He is the one above all in human form.
I would believe it if they were just like he's the one above all. It's like that makes sense. That's
Yeah,
that's what the character was based off in the first place, anyway.
yeah. So let's see. What else do we got on the news? Let's get through the news, and then I believe you have some things you want to start a fight over. All right, so zookeeper killed in Florida, in Naples, Florida. So this one may not sound nerdy at first until you get to his name.
Go on.
According to Captain Henry White, spokesman of the Naples Police Department, 24-year-old Jimmy Olsen
Jimmy
was
Dog.
engaged in full sexual intercourse with one of the reptiles.
For those who may not know, Jimmy Olsen was Superman's psychic for many years.
Who doesn't know
before-
that? Seriously, who doesn't know who Jimmy Olsen is?
At this point, I don't know. He's even in the Supergirl show. I mean, he's a reoccurring character, but
So that's another reason why Bat v Soups is bullshit, is because that CIA agent that gets killed in the beginning is supposed to be Jimmy Olsen. Fucking Zack Snyder put Jimmy Olsen there for 5 minutes just to get him shot.
what the
Didn't
fuck?
say his name or anything. Yeah, that was Jimmy Olsen. That's how much bullshit fucking Zack Snyder fuck it up with these movies. Stop defending these movies. They're garbage. The best thing about them may be the choreography, but if you want an actual good movie, no, those fucking suck.
I do want to get back to the story because it does get funnier. But I wanted a little bit of. Excuse me, I wanted to say a little.
Oh
bit
god,
of
he's
trivia.
a redhead too.
Yep, the dude was a ginger.
Man, I hate those gingers with the lack of souls and
They don't have souls. Every freckle on their skin represents a soul they've taken.
how many do I have? I've got a ton.
But interesting note about Jimmy Olsen. Did you know up until the 1950s radio show for Superman, the character was unnamed? Originally, it was just-
Really?
yeah. Originally, it was just like boy reporter. He didn't have a name, but they had a yeah. They had a radio play for Superman in the 1940s, 1950s, something like that. And it was the first time they named the character Jimmy Olsen.
Wow, I didn't know that. But now he's fucking alligators and getting. So he got killed. They found his body dismembered, and it was cut on tape. Which even if you didn't get killed, dude, you got caught on tape. You're getting fired.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck animals, especially prehistoric man eaters.
That why?
That was what my was for. You got the link I sent you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get to that one in a moment. Just I'll bear with me, audience. We'll this is all right, but yeah. And then
What?
he got attacked by one of the bigger gators. Well, fucking one of the small gators, and the bigger gator murdered him, probably for raping that other alligator.
I would imagine, yeah.
Like, yeah, no, this isn't an instinct thing. This is this. I'm gonna personalize. I'm gonna humanize this. And that one alligator's like, hey, this dude's raping our gator friend. Let's eat him.
Wow, that's
So that link I sent you.
oh my god. I'll do the title of this one. Cincinnati, Ohio. A 31-year-old woman was admitted to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center yesterday after the 14-month-old toddler she was babysitting got stuck in her vaginal cavity.
So to describe this woman, she looks like Precious if Precious weighed an extra 50 pounds.
Yeah.
The little boy wore a diaper and pajamas but had his legs and abdomen stuck in the woman's vagina. I was like, no, they don't know how she was able to get the.
This raises a lot of starting off anatomical questions and mainly moral or philosophical questions like why
Yeah.
why would you do that?
It doesn't say why she did, and it has constant things by the doctors and paramedics going, we have no idea why or how or
What's what's the logic behind that? It's just like, if I can't have a baby, I'm going to have a baby. What?
oh, here it is. She explained that she was feeling depressed after a doctor told her she could never have children and wanted to know how it felt to give birth. So, shove a 14-year-old month old into your vagina.
It's
That wasn't even intended to be on this. That was just one I saw from checking the Jimmy Olsen Gator fucker.
let's move on before I question the sanity of humanity. So,
Oh, I've checked that a long time ago. Let's see. What do I have next? Marvel gives Captain America fans assurance about Secret Empire. This is one I've been saying for a while. Of anybody who's sitting there and just complaining and complaining about Nazi Cap, it's gonna fix itself in a year or two. Have you never read a comic book? That's how this shit works.
almost nothing stays permanent in the comic. I mean, almost nothing. Aunt May has died like twice. Has had superpowers before, and all kinds of weird things. I mean,
And these people who are like, oh, I know people are upset about the whole that originally the Nazis won, but we used the Cosmic Cube. How do you know they're not lying about that? How do you know that that's not a Cosmic Cube thing?
yeah. I mean, in Kobach, the living cosmic cube, the mentality of a 6-year-old has the ability to rewrite history. That could just be her making sense of what she perceives as history.
Yeah. No, and frankly, evil Steve Rogers is amazing. Like, stop bitching that he's a Nazi and just read the comics, because this stuff's actually really cool. I love evil Captain America. And this is coming from me. I am a huge Captain America fan. Steve Rogers is my favorite superhero. Like, other people, it's Batman, Superman. No. Captain America is my favorite superhero. And I'm enjoying this. You know why? Because I know how to step back and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, well, because they were leading up to it, ever since when the news broke about him saying "Hail Hydra"
Hmm.
back in, I think it was July of last year.
Oh, and they, yeah.
And if you followed it, you saw like the change in history, what caused it. I mean, all kinds of stuff, like his separation from his mother for
But
most of his
all
life.
they saw when they saw that was Hail Hydra. And then you get the people who assumed it's the movie Cap that's hailing Hydra. And it's like, no, you're stupid. Stop thinking that. Read a comic book.
Yeah,
Or at least Wiki Dive. Jesus Christ. You don't have to read the comic book. Just go on the internet and do Wiki Dives.
that's what I did for She-Hulk.
There's nothing wrong with Wiki Diving. I do it all the time. You don't have time to read through 200 issues of something or watch 500 episodes of a show. Wiki Dive.
Yeah, that's how I got background on Deathlock,
Yeah.
because he was in the show and in the comics. But
Yep.
people don't overreact. Wait, let things develop. Figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Come
But
on
do you
now.
hear people are burning comics and shit over this? I don't know if it's true, but that's the rumor. Is they're so upset with Captain America being a Nazi they're burning comics. It's like, guys, just relax.
Chill the f out. It's ridiculous. Calm down, everyone. Everything will develop. Captain America has been Marvel's mainstay flagship hero. I use that term, but their mainstay hero since the beginning of Marvel, before Marvel was a thing.
Yeah.
Back,
And back when it was Timely Comics,
I mean, in his first issue, he punched out fucking Hitler.
right?
They're not gonna make him a permanent villain. They'll do it to many other characters. They might do it Misty Knight. They might.
Yeah. They're going to do this arc, they're going to finish the arc, and then everything's going to revert back to normal.
Yeah.
It's how comics work. It's how comics have worked since the friggin' 1920s.
Chill out.
Alright, so yeah, there's that. Let's see. Comics. Captain America. Guy wins Pokemon, which is a Magikarp, which took him 6 years. I've seen somebody already do that once with less time, so
Fair
it
enough.
wasn't Ruby. It might have been another version, but it was still somebody beat it. It's still impressive to see somebody go through the Elite Four with just a Magikarp. Well, that might have been it. That might have been the difference. I think the one I saw was just them beating the Elite Four with the Magikarp versus beating the whole game with the Magikarp,
Hmm.
which still is impressive because of the fucking Magikarp.
Yeah. With its crappy stats, and I think the only real offensive move they can use is Flail. And from what I hear, the strategy is just go with Struggle the entire time.
Yeah.
Let's see. There is also a new update for Ark. For those of you who don't play it, Ark is a survival game along the lines of say like Minecraft, but with dinosaurs.
It's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, they're adding an update to the game where there are sharks with laser beams on their head,
Oh, that sounds cool.
and Doctor Evil is so happy right now.
The laser beams.
Is it so
Sharks
hard?
with friggin' laser beams on their head.
I, I don't think I was the only person. You or I were the only person who heard that and just went straight to Doctor Evil with. Is it so hard to get frickin' shark with frickin' laser beams on their frickin' heads? Well, is there any other news?
Let's see. I'll let you take care of that one. There's a Judge Dredd movie, TV show in the work that sounds cool, and if it's the Carl Urban Dredd, I am 100% in support of that because we need more Dredd.
Agreed. Some more Dread would be great. Did you, I know it's a silly question, did you ever see the Sylvester Stallone version?
Yeah, I am the law.
I am the law.
Law. Which that's also a great movie. It's super entertaining.
I loved it for its comedic value.
But like as a good movie though, the Carl Urban Dredd was amazing. Especially when they get to the slow downy bits. That stuff's so cool. Where it gets all slow and they're doing all the music slows down. Let's see. A new species of dinosaur named after Zool.
Of the Ghostbusters series, there is no dinosaur, only Zool.
Zool. I am the gatekeeper. Are you the keymaster? No, I am the keymaster. Are you the gatekeeper?
And it's,
Zool. But it's an ankylosaur, and the big part of it is it has fossilized skin, which is rare and cool. And I mean, it kind of looks like Zool too.
yeah, like body structure fit with the dogs that they would use for Zool. 'Cause you know Zool was the what religion it was. It was like Babylonian or
Yeah.
like that.
There is no Dana, only Zool. There's no There's no Spike. There's only Zool. Going for a Land Before Time reference. Though I think he was a Stegosaurus, not a Ankylosaur, but close enough.
Yeah. Let's see. There's
I got one more, but since you're more keen on it, BioWare scaling down.
yeah. Well, what they're doing is they're moving a bunch of their employees from BioWare Montreal to other projects. They're stepping back on Mass Effect Andromeda for a bit, which is a little disappointing. As I said in the last episode, it's not a bad game. It just has some technical issues they really needed to work on. They need to get a solid game and keep the interest up. If they take too long for the next game, it's going to kill whatever buzz that they have.
And they already had some issues with this game already, so... But by the speed they're fixing things, it's very obvious that these were rushed issues, like stuff that happens because you rushed the game.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they keep doing this. I'd much rather wait another... Like, there's a difference between waiting a month to fix a few bugs versus waiting years to wait for a game. Like, if I've already waited a few years, I don't mind waiting another month. Just make sure your game is polished when it comes out.
Yeah.
Huh, this is nifty. I just found out that the name Gorillas is a pun because of a group of gorillas is called a band.
That's awesome.
That's actually entertaining. Looks like I got one more piece of news. Probably old for some people. I mean, most of this news I've got is pretty old. It's been a while since I recorded the last one. We'll be more up to date as we get better at this. Sorry, guys, we're still kind of new at this. Smash God drops out of tournament because his controller isn't properly isn't properly malfunctioning. All right,
What?
I hate the Smash tournament scene. Okay, because one, the creator of the Smash Bros is like, no, don't play my games like this. This is playing it wrong. These are the people who are Fox only, no items, Final Destination. First of all, I suck at Fox. I fucking suck at fuck at Fox. There's too many F's and S's, and I got tongue-tied. But there's this thing with the controller that if you flick it just right, you can make this, like, you can do this move in Melee. And his controller wasn't functioning, which to me is fucking bullshit. Like, if that's such a big issue for you, bring multiple controllers.
Yeah.
Don't just bring one. Bring multiple controllers. If you don't have the extra controller, then you're stuck. Okay. Frankly, if the only way you can play these games is by using a bug, you're not playing them right. I'm saying that now. I know there's tournaments based around playing these games with the bugs, but it's just a game. Have fun, guys. But play it like how it's supposed to be played. It's a party brawler. It's not a hardcore fighter.
Yeah.
Tell somebody who plays Street Fighter that Smash Melee is a hardcore fighter, you'll get laughed out of the room.
Yeah. It's not a fighting game in the same way like Tekken is, or like you said, Street Fighter. This is a party game. This is what I used to play with my friends on a Saturday night evening after school back in the Melee days. It's supposed to be fun. There's not supposed to be a tournament on this. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and if it's like listen to somebody and they're basically saying that if you're good at fighter, you shouldn't matter what controller you use, and if you have to use a certain bug in a controller, then your game's not good.
Yeah.
Like, Smash is a great game, but the way they're playing it isn't how Smash is supposed to be played. I'm really disappointed that GameCube games don't have updates, because I would have loved to have seen them update that out.
Yeah.
So that's all I've got for news for now. So who you starting with the fight with this week?
Okay. Now, my fight is a rather large opponent. It's older than I and controls all of our media. I'm referring to Hollywood in general. In this case,
Bum, bum.
I know, shocker, right? In this case, they have a real bad problem of putting out spoilers in their movie trailers, which pisses me off so much. In the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, they brought in Ego in the trailer. Now, I know that happens somewhat early in the movie, but that's still a twist they could have not shown at all. There was plenty of fight scenes, explosions, they could have shown just fine. People were, like, if you watch the trailers, it's meant to be an experience almost. That's why they put it with some old music. In the new Kingsman movie, the trailer that came out recently, they showed that the mentor from the last movie is still alive and wears an eye patch. Once again, plot twist that could have been saved for the movie and not a trailer.
So, speaking of this trailer thing, I want to bring up something. One of the biggest plot twists was revealed in the trailer. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
Soylent Green. They said Soylent Green is people in one of the trailers, revealing one of the biggest twists. This has been going on since, like, the 60s.
There's more. So, I was a fan of the first two Terminator movies. This is
Oh, I know this one.
pre-3. In Terminator Genesis, in their trailer, they revealed that John Connor was a robot. In the trailer.
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
Like, that's a Shyamalan twist, but at least Shyamalan does not put those twists in his trailers. I hate him.
So
I hate that guy. His movies suck. I mean, he had
his last couple have been apparently been pretty good.
fair.
Split. This is kind of a spoiler, sort of. Split is actually a sequel to Unbreakable,
Oh, okay.
and the one with the Visit was apparently really good too. He is apparently going back to making decent movies. So
Well, took him nearly 20 years, but
yeah.
that was the problem I'm running into. They're giving way too much because they have no faith in whatever movie's there. They have to reveal the spoilers ahead of time. Don't do it. Because word of mouth is stronger than any trailer. If someone likes something, they will tell their friend. That friend will go watch the movie. They will tell their friends, and so on and so forth. Keep the plot twists in the movie. You don't see in the trailer for Star Wars Episode 5 that Luke, I'm your father was in the trailer. No. You saw in the movie the biggest fucking shock of that movie series.
Right? Like, that's... Yeah, no, you don't reveal shit like that in the trailers.
That secret was held so tight whenever they were filming it. Nobody but George Lucas, Mark Hamill, and James Earl Jones knew that's what the Vader was going to say.
Yeah.
It was locked tight and key. If you
No, I think Irvin Kershner knew too, since he was the director.
Yeah, he knew too. But there was like less than a handful of people who knew. Do not spoil plot twists in your movie trailers. Fuck you, fight me.
Bravo.
Thank you.
So, is there anything else we can talk about before we wrap up? We don't have anything to shill. Well, I mean, I guess I could shill some stuff I don't use. I've been watching some great things on Crunchyroll, a few other good things on Hulu, Funimation, Netflix. You know, any of those streaming sites, they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
I can chill for any of them. I pay for all of them. They're all pretty great. If you get speaking of Netflix, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt season 3 premieres in like 2 weeks, a week. No, a week. Yeah, a week. 18th.
I'm going to shell out for that and CISO, which is a NBC subsidiary for comedy.
Oh yeah. If you get that, I recommend the Saturday Night Happiness Show and Dan Harmon's Harmon Quest.
And I liked My Brother and Me. They also start off as a podcast, but now they have a show on CISO. It's pretty funny.
Nice. And if you're a fan of Rick and Morty or Community, you'll definitely like Harmon Quest, because I can definitely see some of the humor from Rick and Morty on there. And I was like, oh, okay, I see. That's a joke. That'd be... And watching Rick and Morty again, after watching Harmon Quest, I can definitely see, okay, that's totally a Harmon joke and not a Roiland joke there.
Yeah. So check it out. Check out CISO. I would also shell out for HBO. They got the money. They got subscriber money. I'm not just talking about.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot of money.
And not even just like the mobile app. We're talking. They got you got to pay a subscription fee just to watch them on TV.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that. They're the OG subscriber fee. What am I? Well, I know right now HBO Go has all of the Batman movies on it.
Yep.
It's got the 2 Tim Burton ones, the 2 Bruckheimer. So, you know, the 4 90s Batman movies. Though technically Batman came out in 89, but whatever, it still counts.
Right.
Which, despite Batman and Robin being terrible, it's still entertaining.
Yeah, if you don't think about the relevancy of the comic books, like...
Well, the movies are never canon. Even today, they're not canon. They actually mix and match various comic stories to make what they have. It's just how it works.
Yeah, but...
So, you set that aside, and it works out. Just enjoy the ride. More people need to learn to enjoy the ride. Oh, So, guess what I got to try today?
What's that?
I got to try Taco Bell's naked chicken chips.
Oh, you mean Taco Bell's chicken nuggets?
Oh yeah, they're totally chicken nuggets.
Oh, did you hear the press release on that? How they're gonna release those? It's like the world missed the chicken chalupa or naked chicken chalupa. I was like,
I had that. That was actually really good, and I'm disappointed it's gone.
but it was like it's the naked chicken chips. It's like so it's nuggets. It's you made nugget. McDonald's did it a while ago.
It's like a
guys.
slightly spicier nugget. It might be either the chicken is spicy or the nacho cheese sauce is spicy, but it was good. I liked it. I'd probably order it again. I felt the same way about the naked chicken chalupa, which I'm disappointed I don't get to order again because that was actually really good.
Did you ever have a KFC's Double Down?
I had 2 of them.
How was that? Because it was just chicken and bacon and cheese.
It's actually really good. It's yeah, it's been forever since I've had it, but it was I remember liking it.
Well, there you go, Yum Foods. We're willing to shell out for you too.
Like I wouldn't, eat 2 in a sitting. I had 2 in my lifetime.
Right.
I mean, cutting another 20 years off my life. I don't want to live to be 90 anyway. But yeah, so yeah, next time I try something crazy like that, I'll let you guys know. I'm also thinking about trying a couple different box subscription services just to kind of give them a try. I'm currently doing Loot Crate, chilling out for you too, Loot Crate. I know you do, everybody, but I really enjoy your stuff. This last month was Investigate. I got a Stranger Things shirt, a set of X-Files pencils, a Jessica Jones vinyl figure,
Nice.
and a color-changing Batman mug.
Sweet.
And next month is Loot Crate. This month, sorry. May. Give me a second. Go ahead and fill them in while I'm looking this up.
All right. So those videos and more will be available on our currently in pre-development YouTube channel. That will be Geekus Speakus. You can find us on our social media sites, facebook.com/Geekus Speakus, or our Twitter page @Geekus Speakus.
And that's GeekusSpeakus.
Go ahead and send them a message. Tell us what you think. We can also be found on SoundCloud. Do you have anything you wanna?
And that Loot Crate, this month's Loot Crate, which if you go ahead and get it by the 19th, it's Guardians with stuff from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Star Wars Destiny, and The Goonies.
Ooh,
I know The Goonies, right?
I should get my subscription today.
You should. I know I did, and now I don't have laundry money because it auto pulled. I think I've changed somewhere, but I'd have to scrounge it up instead of just going to the place and getting a roll of quarters.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and visit us at various Geekus Speakus. We have a Facebook group, Geekus Speakus, a Twitter, SoundCloud. You've probably said all this. Our stuff's not quite active yet, but we'll be working on that soon. We are looking on getting art done, so we have a logo and thumbnails to put in those. But yeah, that's Geekus Speakus.
And as one of the new ways we could try and end each episode every week or every other week is we say a bit of information about ourselves that if anyone wants to put down on the official Wikipedia page, you're more than welcome to. Do you have one, Brian?
I do have one. I'm actually a bunch of worms inside a human skin.
I was born in 17 log cabins. This is Dean.
This is Brian.
Have a beautiful night. Thank you everyone for listening to our podcast. This is episode 2 of the Geekus Speakus podcast. If you like what you hear, go ahead and recommend us. Word of mouth is the best for us because we don't pay to advertise, and as you can tell, we don't get paid much for advertisement on our own. So if you can let people know, that'd be great. You can also find our Facebook page at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus, or find our Twitter account at Geekus Speakus. That's GeekusSpeakus. If you have anything you would like to say, go ahead and send us a comment. Message us. We'd be more than happy to hear from you. I would like to thank the band The Spin Wires for their song Girls Like You, allowing us to use that. If you want to check them out, they have a Bandcamp. That would be The Spin Wires. I would like to apologize regarding the lack of energy. Unfortunately, both of us were kind of tired as we were recording at 2 in the morning, but nonetheless, we appreciate you listening. Anyway, have a beautiful night.